Oh my goodness, my set is an absolute mess. Okay, hello. Hello, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, and anyone else. One moment, while we clean up this place a little bit. This is what happens when you have guests over, really. This is just what will happen. You will get chaos. And that's sort of what I'm going to talk about today. Because I wanted to make this little video just to talk about a future idea that has sprung into my mind. I have tweeted about this, but I wanted to clarify it a bit more and, just think about it while I'm talking, because that tends to be the way that personally I get my ideas forwards. So, what is this all about? Well, I want to get a bunch of elf VTubers together. I want to be able to collab with a bunch of people. And for that, there's a few things. Firstly, scheduling. We're going to need to figure out how to get everyone in one place. I'm currently thinking preliminarily the 4th of July, which I realize is like a thing in America. So I don't know how easy that's going to be for any Americans. My idea is to do a 12-hour stream on my end. Now, that's not to say that everyone who guests needs to be there for 12 hours. Not at all. This is something I do on my end in order to make sure that everyone can actually show up. Secondly, we need to think about everyone's brand. I know this sounds boring, and it is a bit boring, but I don't know if all of our brands mix. I know that some people really like to go for a wholesome brand, and I do not want to step on anyone's toes. So if anyone wants to have a really wholesome brand, we want to make a distinction between the ones of us who will be lewd and like that's part of our charm, and the ones who want to be wholesome and that's part of their charm. As you can probably tell by the way I'm defining this, I tend to fall under the category of quite lewd. I'm not like kid content. I'll say that much. I can be wholesome, I can be family friendly-ish, but I have a tendency to be more towards the lewd side. But again, I want to make sure that we don't step on anyone's toes. Beyond that, of course, okay, so what have we gone over? We've gone over scheduling, we have gone over brand. Next up, what do we do? Of course, the easiest thing is to do just chatting, and I think that that would be the primary target for a thing to do, because getting games that all of us play, when the list that I'm looking at might extend to like 20 people eventually by the end of this all, it's not necessarily going to be feasible to fix that. So I'm gonna think that we'll shoot for a just chatting stream, and maybe we'll get all of us. Maybe we'll go like 5 at a time. 5, 6 at a time. And for that, I'm going to need a new set. I'm gonna need a new layout. A little round table for us all to sit around. Speaking of this, let's discuss real quick how this might look. Because, of course, I think we're all familiar with the look of having people with PNGs, bounce up and down in order to represent when they're talking. But I feel like we can do a little bit better. And for that purpose, let me real quick get this thing started. Let's see here. Where is it? There it is. And then that goes there, and then we need to do this. There we go. Ahaha. Yes. This is very scuffed, but then again, this entire recording, like, I'm technically supposed to have a break today. I'm technically supposed to not be working today, but then I found this to do. So, also I just realized that you can see here, we got Rian and Ebru both visible on a screen, as well as me. This is using a website known as OBS Ninja. It's a bit finicky to set up, it's gonna take a bit of work, but I feel like if we can all get this to work, we could all be visible on screen and we could all show how expressive we all are. I can try to take care of the organization of all that and make sure that we're all like visible. The way I'm thinking to do it is we're gonna use the website, but then I'm also gonna screen share so that we can all, you know, see where we're at. If anyone else wants to, of course, also stream their side of this, more than welcome to. I just want to get a bunch of us together for a fun time. Now, is there any criteria for this? Not really. I just want, like, really the main thing is be elf. If half elves also count, don't worry. We're also gonna welcome in half elves, like anyone who's an elf, we're gonna welcome into this. That sounds really stereotypical for like the very high and mighty elves now that I say it out loud. Goodness me. I welcome anyone at my bar, but this is gonna be a special event. And yeah, that's really it. If you want to contact me, go to the Twitter. Actually, go to my Twitter, shoot me a message on Twitter, either in my DMs or just tweet at me at Visit23, or find me at Discord. If you can find me on Discord, that's probably the quickest way to get in touch with me, because that's where I'm gonna see it the quickest, because I actually have notifications there, and I check it like all the time. Twitter, I'm slower. Let me know what your brand is, what your time zone is. And yeah, even if you want to collab earlier, by the way, I am more than happy to have people. I've got my schedule all like laid out for me, so I can easily like figure out where do I fit you guys in. Yeah, that's really it. This video is a bit longer than I may have wanted it to be, but I think we squeezed everything in. The short version, let me know what your brand is. Do you want to be say-so and wholesome, or are you okay with the fact that people will be lewd? B, what's your time zone? How do we schedule you in? C, just get in touch with me. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And let's get a bunch of elves together and have a fun discussion. I've started one more thing. I've started making a list. Right, of topics that we could talk about for a Just Chatting stream. A bunch of elf questions to ask us. If you want to, please ask your chat for more questions. When you're streaming, ask your chat. What's some questions that you want to ask to the elves? Or if you have any more ideas for what we can talk about, toss them to me. I want to hear your beautiful ideas. So far, this is what we got. This is the bunch of questions that we have. But, of course, again, we want to have even more. We want to expand this even further. Oh my goodness. There we go. But that's it for me. Thank you all very much for watching and taking some time out of your day to step up by me and hear me out as I ramble on. And to all the elf VTubers that went and followed me back after I randomly followed you guys, my most sincere gratitude and thanks to you. Because honestly, doing this whole streaming thing, doing this whole entertainment thing is so much fun, and the fact that people get excited about these kinds of things it's so gratifying. It gives me life. Thank you all so much for existing, and I hope to get to know all of you much better the coming few months. Thank you, and I hope to see you very soon. Have a good day.